It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I really do appreciate your time. I wanted to come and make a quick video on this conversation going on with Dev Walker and the dragging that she got on her Instagram reel, where she was talking about how she spent 30K on her jewelry collection, and she was basically telling whether or not her purchases were, regrets, or if she still loves those pieces, if she's still happy with the pieces, was it worth the money? And basically what happened was women began to bash her and tell her that she's not real black girls in luxury, and just generally just shit on her because Dev does not have the quote unquote aesthetics that I guess many associate with the sort of content that we see oftentimes. I have a love-hate relationship with black girls in luxury and the whole level of, content, the whole level of space, the online movement. Because while, like I have said in the past, I feel like it is absolutely healthy and necessary for black women to have access to small things that make us feel beautiful, that make us feel feminine, that make us feel loved on. Ultimately, replacing one fallacy with another is not really going to quote unquote solve the problem. So if we're trying to get away from, stereotypes like struggling and feeling less than and not feeling like we are able to participate in things that, our counterparts, i.e. white women, Asian women have participated in, and we feel that we've been kind of locked out of those things based off of certain stereotypes and the fact that a lot of us have different lives, and make different choices that necessarily don't always set us up to be in a position to partake in luxury. So if that's what we're doing, if it's genuinely just about celebrating happiness and joy and having access to the things that you want, to the things that make you happy, I have no issue with that. But once we start getting into, becoming super materialistic, almost veering over to the side of praising whiteness and actually idolizing whiteness and things that white people do and copying what you see white women do and how they dress, so that you can sort of posture as a safe black woman or similar to white women. That's where I feel like it kind of gets into this weird spot where I think it's no longer healthy, obviously, and it's no longer promoting, black girl luxury, and it's just, how do you attain proximity to whiteness? So I'm going to play Deb's videos, her clips, and then I'm going to interject here and there. But yeah, let's get started. So the first video is the video where she's literally talking about her jewelry. So I'm going to start with that one.
I've had these pieces for a little over 3 years. Let's get into it. First up is the Tiffany T square bracelet. When I bought this one, I paid $5,300, which was already crazy. I chose this bracelet over the very popular Cartier Love because I don't really see anybody with this. Currently, it retails for a whopping $8,100. Would I pay that today? Absolutely not. In the middle, we have the Tiffany T narrow hinge bracelet. When I bought this, it was $3,800. Now it retails for $4,975, so it's only about a 30% price increase. To me, this is just too subtle, and I only like it as a stack, so I probably wouldn't buy this again. The Van Cleef Vintage Alhambra bracelet in the color agate is truly a conversation starter. I love this pop of color, especially on dark skin. And she only increased by $300 in the last 3 years. I can get with that. Getting into the rings, first up, the Cartier Juste un Clou. She is a classic. I love her by herself, and she plays well with others. Did I buy 2 of the same rings? Yes, I did, but that's my business, like Tabitha say. All of these together retail for just under $30,000 compared to $20,000 3 years ago. Let me know what you think. Bye.
See, it's hard to have this conversation because the moment you suggest or speak about something like this not being worth the money, you will have people who are quick to bash you or quick to say, "Oh, you're not rich. You're not a celebrity. You don't have the money to get it. And that's probably why it's not valuable." I am a former professional commercial print model. And so a lot of the designer items that women are saving multiple checks to get, I've already worn the garments, and I got to see the quality and judge for myself whether or not many of these items are worth the price that they sell, regular people. Because, if you know anything about luxury items, majority of the time, the true designer items that are actually marketed to the rich and wealthy, they usually don't have a monogram. They're usually items that most people would look at and necessarily not be able to tell what designer it is, what label it is, what house it is. So quiet luxury is typically the type of luxury that those type of people wear. It's the average working people who just are able to save, or who have at the end of their, paying bills and things like that, they have a certain amount of money left over that will be disposable income, and based off of what they value, they will spend thousands of dollars on a piece of jewelry. So we have to be, in case you don't know that, that's typically how it goes. So when we see people flexing these items, a lot of times it's because a lot of these brands know other hardworking middle class to upper class people are advertising for them to each other. It's not the rich people. It's the people who have to, like I said, save up to get these items. Now, I'm not sure if that's the case with Dev Walker. She says in one of her videos that I'm going to play that she's not new to this. She's true to this. She's, an expert, or should I say she's more, I guess, seasoned when it comes to purchasing luxury items. I 100% just gonna be honest with you. I don't find any luxury item to be worth its price, especially nowadays. We are talking about the quality that a lot of these fashion houses are putting out. It's on par with Fashion Nova. It's on par with H&M. It's on par with Zara. The days of them, killing, baby cows in Italy and then freeze dry, like that's done. They're using, factories, synthetic fabrics, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, to me, I would think it's wildly understood at this point. You're paying for the brand, not necessarily the quality. You're paying for the name, and for me, that just doesn't sit right. So if I would like to buy something that looks similar, or rather represents a certain fashion brand or a luxury brand, I'll just go on Amazon and get it, or I'll just go on AliExpress and get it, because that way I still get, the prestige of the item without the price. Personally, that's not something I would spend my money on. And generally speaking, luxury items don't do it for me. That's not where my money goes. My money goes into hair and skincare. So while I may not pay, $3,500 for a bracelet, I would absolutely pay $3,500 for an in-home, laser hair remover system, or a hair steamer system, something along those lines. That's where my money goes. But basically, Dev posted that video, and there were tons of comments where women were bashing her, like, you don't give luxury, you don't give that, we don't believe you, girl, we don't believe you, right? So she goes ahead and she makes a response video, and let's watch that now.
These comments prove not only do a lot of you hate black women, but you also think only one type of black woman should have nice things.
Okay, so I'm going to pause this to read some of the comments. So one of the comments says, all that money and her hair looks a mess. Now, Dev is the type of woman to wear her natural hair, which we already know. Anytime a black woman opts for her natural hair over, the bob, the typical straight bob, or the bust down, it already rubs some women the wrong way. The next comment I'm going to read says, you should have got a facelift, a weave, and a body makeover. Wow. When I say women, sometimes we complain about how unsafe we feel, especially black women, how unsafe we feel, and especially during these times. And yet the comments that oftentimes are made by black women to other black women tend to be so destructive and ugly. I don't understand. Next comment says, girl, those bracelets are clearly too tight. Those things are the rings. So are the rings. Ironic, she tagged two of the designers, but not the other. Must be fake. You should have bought a bigger size. This one says Jackie Ina did, and she's worth millions. Yet you somehow think you are above something. We are used to seeing well put together, healthy black women in luxury spaces. Luxury spaces being invaded by you overweight, unkempt women is devaluing the brand. Let's listen.
Let's talk about it. The aesthetic of what luxury should look like has a lot of you all in a chokehold. You're burning inside because I don't fit the aesthetic that you think luxury should look like. Is it because I'm not a size 4?
Okay, so she put this comment up in her video. So I'm reading the comments that she specifically put into her video because I'm sure these are the ones that were ones that she wanted to address that stood out to her. The same person who wrote the previous comment says, "You come on here looking unkempt, expecting people to believe that you are wearing $30K in jewelry. Go comb your hair, get your nails done, put lotion on and a shirt on that's not worn around the collar. This is a terrible representation of black women with real wealth and luxury." Mind you, this is a person that has like one of those like empty at AV spots. Like there's no picture there. Of course there isn't. Let's keep going.
Is it because I'm wearing my type 4 natural hair and not the loose European wave that you're used to? Or is it because I don't wear Lululemon and French press-ons? Clock it. If my rings were too small, I wouldn't be able to do this. They wouldn't be able to come on and off so easily. If my bracelets were too small, I wouldn't be able to do this. This is why we love black girl luxury, because a lot of you are only used to seeing it one way and it shows. Every person who made negative comments about my appearance has yet to name one piece of jewelry that they own. My God, today. Talking about everything under the sun on that post except for jewelry is already crazy. But trying to create beef between me and Jackie is psychological warfare. Same exact people who bash Jackie for going to a jeweler are the same people bashing me for going to the brand. I completely understand that the word influencer is a fairly new term, and my biggest flex is nobody can ever say that I'm trying to be like somebody I saw on TV or that I'm trying to follow some internet trend. Anybody who really knows me will tell you that I've been this girl. I've been had these things. I didn't grow up poor. I also hold 3 college degrees, one of which is a master's in finance. I am not new to this. The moral of the story, don't see this influencer stuff and forget who the hell I am.
Oh, okay. Well, basically all I really have to say on this entire topic is yes, anytime, again, like I kind of explained at the beginning of this video, if your idea of luxury hinges on, again, proximity to whiteness and borderline white supremacist ideas of success and other forms of capitalism, yeah, by default, you're going to also subscribe to a lot of other white supremacist ideas that will most likely keep you in a space where luxury only can look one way and come off one way. And again, if somehow you missed it, boo, but like the black girl in luxury space is not about looking like white women, dressing like white women, acting like white women. It's not about trying to assimilate into the white spaces as much as you possibly can. It's not about getting white people's approval, getting white men's attention, getting looks from white women, getting nods. It has nothing to do with them, right? It quite literally has nothing to do with them. The black girls in luxury space is about black women holding space for themselves, because historically, when it comes to the positions we've had to play in our families, the roles we've had to play in society via our jobs, how we have to raise our kids, how we have to show up for other people, we don't get to do that. We have to facilitate everyone else's lives, and that typically puts us in a space where we forget a lot. We miss ourselves. Historically, like, hello? Like, what I find is a lot of times the women who are in these spaces are just living vicariously through other women that they judge and bash and tell them to do better. These are typically not even women who are doing anything along the lines of buying a piece of jewelry that's thousands of dollars, let alone conducting the therapy that they probably need, getting that therapy. Because the reality is, a lot of people are in this space to live vicariously, to get inspiration, to watch what other people are doing, to pocket watch them, to watch them open up their luxury, packaging, the whole unboxing trend that's been going on for years. It's women who want to live vicariously through other women. Yeah, like Black Girl Luxury should be about something that's much more complex than, a $1,300 bracelet or ring. If you are one of these people following, influencers like Dev Walker, so that you can live vicariously through her purchases, just have a healthy relationship with her content. Parasocial relationships really have y'all messed up a lot. But yeah, that's really all I have to say on this topic. Thank you so much for watching. Get below, tell me what you think. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.